Sunday, the promise made again.
Memory verse, John chapter 15, verse 14. You are my friends if you do whatever I command you.
Our reference is found in Genesis chapter 15. Abram was puzzled. More than once, God had reminded him that his descendants would have the land of Canaan, but he and Sarai were old and they still had no children. How could God keep his promise? Finally, Abram decided that when he died, he would leave everything he had to their faithful servant Eliezer. But when he talked to God about it, he learned that that was not God's plan. One night, God and Abram talked about the promise. Let's go outside, God said, and count the stars if you can. Of course, he couldn't. Then God told him that, like the stars, his descendants would also be more than he could count. Abram believed what God said, and he no longer thought Eliezer would have to be his heir. But he still wondered how God would keep his promise. God reminded Abram of how he had led and cared for him ever since he had left years before. But Abram still wished he could have some special sign that the land of Canaan would belong to his descendants. So God told him they would perform a ceremony that was done in those days when two people agreed about something very important. It was like solemnly swearing to tell the truth by putting one's hand on the Bible. Abram carefully protected the sacrifices all day, but when night came, he fell into a deep sleep, and he had a terrible dream. In the dream, he seemed to be in a darkness so horrible he could almost feel it. That darkness was a prophecy of what would happen to his descendants in the future. After that, Abram knew that the land of Canaan would belong to his descendants after he died. Also, because God doesn't want anyone to be lost, he would give the Canaanites more time to choose to be on his side in the war with Satan. Let's apply it. What is Abram called? James chapter 2 verse 23. And the scripture was fulfilled which saith, Abraham believed God, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of God. Why? How can you be a friend of God too?